cocaine on the table.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Aye.
Welcome to Hollywood.
You know what, man? You sound like you are like a drunk uncle when you do that.
That's my goal in life.
Mega Hollywood, nigga.
Uncle,
Who
y'all.
got the potato salad?
Welcome,
Like,
welcome to the Drunk Uncle Show, y'all.
The drunk. No, this is.
We are Savage AF
Yeah.
right here on Marcus King Presents
Dash Comedy.
I am your boy Black Pedro,
And this is Shang in the building.
comedian Shang. Make sure
Yeah,
you
that
follow
sounds
him.
like a movie trailer.
Make sure you follow him on Instagram at comedian Shang,
And-
SHANG.
And follow Black Pedro on Instagram at Black Pedro.
Yes.
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 Yeah, nigga. Yeah.
Yo, Savage as fuck. Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. We live right here every Tuesday, 3 to 5 Pacific Standard Time. Live from Hollywood Dash Radio is the studio. Shang,
Yes.
what's going down, man?
What's going on, man?
How was your weekend, bro?
My weekend was fantastic. Big shout out to Atlanta. I was at the Uptown Comedy Club. Great show. I'd like to send out shout out to the comics on the show. T-Buck. I hope I'm saying his name right. T-Buck, Nard, and Daryl Dam. All of them really, really funny comics. Like, I usually go into these urban rooms thinking, oh, it's going to be a bunch of slap happy, bullshit, coon K shit, a bunch of slappy happy. Like,
I like that term, slappy.
The nigga just wipe his brow and his chitlin juice on his hand.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a good look. And also, I got through the shows, man. I play hurt. I was sick and still got through the shows.
Still got through it?
Got through the shows, man.
Yeah,
So
man.
it was good, man. And flight was fucking ridiculous coming back. It was like riding on a roller coaster, man. It was just like I couldn't sleep because it was turbulence, like not normal turbulence, like oh shit.
Like,
this might go down.
Get right with God.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's like, I know I ain't been religious for a long time.
About time.
But you know what, God? You know
About
what I'm
that
saying?
time.
Yeah, so I mean, but when it landed, that's wild. When you got white people clapping, like, oh God, we made it. Jesus Christ, man, I thought we were dead.
I've had a few flights where they got the applause on the landing, and I'm like, damn, y'all.
Yeah, like shit. Yeah, it was like that. So I mean, but I made it, and I want to shout out to Marcus King. Last week, I saw he was on a little wheelchair thing, a little roller thing. I want to say something, man. I apologize for that statement about your daughter.
Yeah.
I would never do nothing inappropriate to your daughter since the show is Marcus King Presents.
Yeah.
I want to apologize, but tell her to stop calling me. That's all I'm saying. Tell her to stop inboxing me, and maybe and you can't do nothing now. What you gonna do? Roll over with your old broke leg ass? Fuck out of here, son.
That's how we get raises right here.
That's how we get
on Savage.
That's how we get pushed forward. In the business.
That's why they put all the big.
It wasn't my fault. It's Phil's fault.
They put all the big production behind the show because of that.
It was Phil's fault. Phil was the one that gave the phone over. So let's put it this way: all the blame on Phil. In fact, let me tell you something. You know why Game of Thrones had a last season? Wasn't because they ran out of stories. It was Phil. It was flat out Phil.
Kill Phil.
Phil killed it. Phil called in and said, "Look, I don't want any more dragon shit going on.
It's over."
And it was over. How was your weekend, man?
It was good, man. I did spend a good amount of time again continuing my quest to delete as many people from Instagram.
The fact he started off, I'm deleting all you niggas.
Oh man, and now I've just found crazy. Like, I don't like your handle. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like your handle, and I don't know you that well. Boom, gone.
Damn, why?
Woo, cleansing.
But why?
I don't know. It's just something about it feels spiritual, man.
Oh wow, okay.
Something about it.
I'm following like almost 7,500 people, so I need to maybe go through and
could give it a cleanse your life.
But there's so many just bad bitches. I can't. Like, I do follow women just because they bad. Like,
I got like 3 chicks now that I'm just gonna focus on them because, well, once you see one peach,
if you're gonna stalk, focus your stalking.
You see one peach on the tree, they all the same, man.
No, man, there's some ridiculously fine
I get
women
it.
on Instagram, and I have to follow them all.
You can't pick all the fruit.
Nah, man, because you're gonna find that one little weak antelope, some dude done hurt her, and you catch her right at that moment. Say, you know what?
That low hanging fruit.
Yeah, that low hanging fruit.
Just a little breeze gonna knock it right down into your hands.
There's always the one little antelope to go near the edge of the water, and the other antelope go, bitch. There's lions.
You shouldn't have done that.
Like there's lions down there, and I'm not lying sitting at the water going, look at this dumb little antelope, bitch.
Or gators come get
Yeah,
there.
and right. So gators do the death roll on them. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm waiting for that one little
death roll. Ladies, if you're looking to get death rolled, please call 310-986-6610.
Yeah, call
310-986-6610. Oh, in addition to deleting Instagram people out of my life, man, I went to a really dope event. Shout out to Zuri Wine Tastings.
Oh, wow.
Man,
you went to that?
I was on a boat, dog. I was on a yacht. Not even a boat, a yacht.
Yakata.
Yeah, man. There's some feet on that motherfucker. Triple deck. You know what I'm saying?
Was
Way
it
up
nice?
top.
Was it nice?
Oh, man, it was a good event. And what it was is this, a black-owned and operated sort of lifestyle company surrounded around wine, presented all black, all female, all Latino wine producers at this event.
Hey, man,
tasted some great
another
wines.
one because I got to go. And
Yeah, man, we gotta get you. First of all, we gotta get you drinking. You hand Shang a wine, and he's like, "Is this whiskey? Is this gasoline? What does this do?"
Man, no. See, man, I told you I tried it, and then it didn't work out. So that's why.
Yeah, no, I get it. Nah, I know.
Nah, man. Like I know you drink, right? J News, you drink. Yeah, why you say hell yeah? Like I'm supposed to know. He's like hell yeah.
in the building.
Man, I woke up butt naked at the zoo yesterday, nigga.
J News drunk right now.
J News is
Pass
drinking right now, right at this moment. But nah, I mean, I definitely was it filled with the beautiful antelopes?
I would say black excellence was in the house.
Was it antelopes? Beautiful antelopes. A lot of ibexes. A lot of.
I was there for the wine, man. You know me.
Oh my God! Yeah, he said, "You know me, man."
Now, honestly, and
pussy gonna be there forever, but wine.
I was one of the younger ones there myself.
I was an older
slightly.
crew.
So I was
Hey, older women gotta fuck too.
No, I had a few looking at me like, yeah, come bring that young meat over here, boy. I slap it on a biscuit, sop it up.
It's like what the Eddie Murphy. That's so nasty.
Marcus. I had a few Lady Eloise's.
Lady Eloise.
Marcus.
I don't. There was the chick that Grace Jones played, but she was the
Strange.
Hilarious. I watched that shit again. Yo, man. Let me tell you something. All you young comics out there, don't get it twisted. Kevin Hart's the man right now, but Eddie Murphy's movies were fucking great.
Oh, you know what, Shang? And thank you for putting me on the other day.
Eddie Murphy was fucking funny.
I didn't.
What?
I've never watched. Well, I think a few seasons ago, I maybe saw one episode of Comedians in Cars.
Drinking coffee.
Well, it used to just be Comedians in Cars, and he would just, I think, roll around in the car with the comedian, right?
Right.
And then I think they added the coffee in a few seasons later or something. I could be wrong about that, but
no, you're right.
I don't remember coffee at the beginning, but I did tune in to Eddie Murphy one. When you told me that Eddie Murphy was on one, I was like, oh yeah, I have to see that. And it really was fantastically entertaining. A few points that, and we talk about this a lot, but it was powerful to hear him say it out of his own mouth.
Nervous.
That his one of the things was that his one regret. And we think about Eddie Murphy, when Shang says he was the man, what we're saying is that Eddie Murphy movies in the 80s generated over $1 billion for Paramount Studios, right? Like he was the force in Hollywood in every way you could imagine.
I agree.
So it might be hard to imagine how an individual like that might have any regrets in his career, right? But to hear him say that his one regret is that he stopped doing stand-up, that he walked away from the stage and didn't keep that muscle going. He allowed it to atrophy, is exactly what he said.
Right.
That was very powerful to me. You know what I mean? Like, to have my comedy icon say that, this is still basically saying that this is his heart and he misses it and is sad that he walked away from it, even though he's fucking Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, but it fucked me up.
Box office god.
That he said he gets nervous, but he lets the nervousness actually push him forward.
That was another thing. He was like, anytime you come into a thing and you're like, oh yeah, we about to kill this, and you always eat it. Yeah. And like that happens Eddie to me Murphy. A lot. Like you walk in feeling swaggy or like, oh yeah, this feels good tonight. And then you get up there and bags of dicks are just flying at you. It's just
people
dick dodge the whole time.
And you start thinking, where do you buy bags of dicks?
Yeah, I'm like, you people,
what the fuck is wrong with y'all creepy
I
motherfuckers?
hope these aren't human dicks.
Are these human dicks? But no, Eddie,
but when you go in with
show.
that little bit of edge in you, like, oh, I don't know if this gonna work.
I always had an edge because I think, man, I've had such a bad up and down life. I'm thinking I could take an L at any moment. So I think it fuels me. But I thought that was one of the best comedians in cars I seen. But there's a bunch of them on there.
I haven't, and I don't know what it was. I just hadn't been attracted to quite watching it.
It's
but
good.
His was inspirational.
Yeah, no, Eddie Murphy, and Eddie Murphy's still funny to me.
Yeah.
Even in interviews, he's still funny.
Actually, I watched the one with, I almost said Aziz Ansari, but Hassan Minaj.
Yeah.
That was a good one too. But I guess
Drew Carey's, not Drew Carey, Jim Carrey's is really good.
Okay, yeah. So I think going through it, I would probably watch more of the legends talk about it. Because,
right.
Like some of the contemporary, even though I'm not as famous as them, I would consider some of them my peers. You know what I mean?
Oh, I agree with you. A lot of comedians I see as my peers.
It's not quite that same thing where I want to sit and listen to them talk about shit.
But financially, they're not our peers.
Right.
But
that's what I'm saying. I already said that.
Skills-wise,
not as successful as they are.
Skills-wise, you are all you comics that made it, that you think you made it, you're my peer. Because we can all go up on stage and rock.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
but to hear legends like Jerry Seinfeld and Eddie Murphy talk about things the way they did.
And they were friends. I didn't know that they were friends and they did shows together.
They started in it together.
Used to do
Jade
shows.
Palace.
Yeah, and Eddie Murphy's like, man, you got a good memory. Because Eddie Murphy's like, yeah, I remember that gig. And then they show clips of it, the lineup. But to me, a lot of young comics don't realize how influential Eddie Murphy was.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because I know he influenced the fuck out of it. Like,
yeah, man.
I think it would be him, Dick Gregory, and Paul Mooney, my three, like, my Rushmore.
Yeah, Rushmore.
And then I got to put Bill Hicks.
I said there's got to be a fourth. If it's Rushmore, there's got to be four faces.
Yeah, Bill Hicks. It would be Bill Hicks, old school. And then new guys, I would say Bill Burr. I'm still Bill Burr, Joe Rogan. Still Eddie Murphy.
Still Eddie.
Like, he's still so
not
funny.
Guy, but wouldn't you say like Chappelle or
no, not Chappelle, not at all.
Rock,
not Chappelle.
Rock,
no. Chris Rock. Yeah, I love Chris Rock. But Chris Rock, man, he took such a long break. He took a long ass break. He took a long ass break. But I think Chris Rock is still one of the best stand ups to do it. Like, if you look at comedy, but there's comics that people never seen before that are really. Me and Phil were talking about this before. Warren Thomas. That people don't know about.
Oh, no.
But as comics, we knew who the motherfucking monster crazy talented that didn't make it to the level that he should have.
His talent warranted.
Yeah, does that make sense? What I'm saying, or is that weird?
Yeah, for sure. We know.
Like, he was funnier, but I guess his other side of it wasn't as good. But I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I know some cats that never made it, and I'm one of them. That
never made. You're still in it.
I'm still in it. I'm working. I'm not gonna act like I'm being yogurty. I'm just saying.
Shang in his feelings.
I'm all up in my feelings.
Kiki,
but I'm saying I haven't made it to the level I want to make it. But I mean, when I go on the road and I do these shows, when you get outside of LA and you realize, because even in LA, the shows go great. But what I'm saying, you get outside of LA, you realize, no, motherfuckers really do follow you.
Yeah, man.
And so I think that when I go on the road, I was like, oh shit, I went to Little Rock, Arkansas, and bunches of black folks came up.
Yeah,
and that was mostly white crowd, and even the white people. Good Lord, I've never seen this
you're
guy.
You're vivacious.
You were.
Guy's energetic.
He was vigorous.
Yeah, I mean, he was invigorating.
Yeah, I
My wife and I had sex for the first time in 15 years.
Good
of
Lord,
this guy.
I laughed, I cried, I decided not to be racist towards black people.
I told my wife to call me Shang.
Yeah,
when she came. It was great.
It was great. It was a good time. It was
Thank you, Shang.
But I think that, like, and me and Pedro have been doing shows. No, but see, J News don't know this. We've been doing shows for a long time, over like 15 years.
The year was
No, it got to be 15. Because I mean, when you went on the road with me,
I believe Eisenhower was the president. And
I believe that I think that there was this.
The New Deal had just passed, and Negroes were getting homes at an alarming rate.
You weren't allowed to look at a white woman when we started stand up, and if you did, it would be a problem. But the best shit about Pedro that I thought when I first started working with him, because I didn't know him like that. I didn't, I've known like that. We did a showdown in Columbia, South Carolina. This nigga lost his mind on stage, cussed the whole crowd out, but then cussed the whole crowd out because he was getting heckled. And he's like, first, I didn't expect him to just go, shut up, bitch. And then it went downhill from that. But then after that, the owner was like, okay, that dude's funny.
Yeah.
Like he actually.
No, they gave me an ovation for shitting on them.
Like it was the
I
weirdest
tried to
shit.
do the educated material. They sat there like crickets.
And yeah.
And then one lady was like, I told one joke and she was like, womp, womp. She gave me the Apollo, womp, womp.
And then that was it.
Woo!
It was like
all my alarms went off. I was like, bitch! I will kill you!
His last 17 minutes of his set.
I didn't do one joke I wrote.
He didn't do one joke. And I'm thinking, oh, he's going to get fired. I flat out thought it because the owner was sitting behind me. Then I heard him laugh a few times. Then I heard him laugh a few more times. And then afterwards he said,
when the audience started liking
good.
me for shitting on this lady, I got mad. That's what made me mad at the audience.
Which is, why?
No, fuck y'all. I was like, y'all didn't like me when I was mean.
And I'm talking about,
y'all want this me?
It was packed.
Why y'all want this me?
So this the nigga. So I was gonna be a black man, but now you got the
you
nigga.
want this nigga?
Now you got the nigga.
Watch what you asked for.
But after that, man, when we went on go on the road, but then the other clubs, it was good.
So speaking of being very angry, and if you're just tuning in and wondering why we're yelling shit into the microphone,
shut up, bitches.
That's because we're savage as fuck. We are here. Marcus King presents Dash Comedy, y'all. I am Black Pedro.
I'm Shang. Oh, and I forgot, before we do jump into it, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Follow us on Savage AF on Facebook.
Yo.
And then on the Instagram, Savage AF Radio.
Yes.
On Instagram. Tell your friends, share it. Also on all the other platforms, Stitcher, Slacker, iTunes, subscribe.
Google Play,
Savage iHeartRadio. And actually, they just told me they've expanded on other platforms. So we're on
anywhere you can get podcasts.
Anyway you can get podcasts. We
get sounds into your ear. We're there.
Yeah, and we actually come up on our because they split the shows. We're on our 86th show.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
I like that, man.
86 shows.
Hey,
so
that's it. That's what it is.
we are blessed, you know.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Why?
Crowd goes wild.
Why?
So speaking, we were talking about me losing my shit.
No, he lost the shit
because I was angry as shit.
But there's more shit to lose
in Columbia, South Carolina. But I think going on a verbal tirade is much better than what America's latest terrorist or. I guess honestly, our longest running terrorist in this country,
Twitter bitch fingers.
It would be the white guy.
Yeah, I call him Twitter bitch fingers. That's your new name.
Well, no. I'm actually talking about these recent shootings that have occurred.
See, you went to shootings. I went to the
I know
shit he said about more.
No, we're gonna go. We're gonna go.
We'll
there
get into that. But we'll go into the shootings first.
Yeah. So Gilroy, California, they have a big garlic festival. Some idiot with a gun. You know me. I don't like to say their names. I don't give them any publicity beyond that.
You got to give a description though. Some white supremacist idiot, because they just found all of his Facebook and his postings were all white nationalist, white supremacist shit.
He actually identified himself as Italian and Iranian, which makes him white.
Flat out.
That's thanks for the clarity on that one. But he did sneak in through a back gate.
He cut the gate
open.
Yeah.
And went in with an AK-47 style assault rifle, which are banned here in California.
Right.
Which he did acquire in Nevada.
But still,
that's the problem in America here, right?
Yeah, like I don't understand why a person needs that type of gun where you can shoot bullets that are a centimeter apart. Like, are you hunting wolves? What the fuck are you need?
Dire wolves?
I know,
werewolves?
I know. Who the fuck is mad at you where you're like, man, I got a whole bunch of ammo at the house.
And
maybe you deserve to get your ass killed if you got fucked up.
I'll take the question one step further and like, if we got to ask who needs to buy guns like that, then who the fuck needs to sell them? Like, why do we need to sell
No, I ain't
guns
gonna say
like
that because I mean, if like the comedy shit don't work out, I'm selling grenades, nigga, guns, nigga. What is that? A plastic? Of course,
a
nigga.
plastic.
Nigga.
You got
It's plastic.
C4.
And I got some gum for you too. Complimentary gum, some gum and some plastic.
You gonna find Shang in some barn surrounded by cuckoo clocks and shit. Like, don't touch that.
Don't touch it. It'll blow up.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
But no, the thing is, they said that that he did the one, which is sad, and I'm not gonna be on savage as fuck saying this, but I gotta say it's sad that the one young kid that got shot, 6, that they said it wasn't like, oh, I see. They said he targeted him. Like he's like, no, I'm trying to shoot this kid. And unfortunately, he did shoot the kid, and they showed pictures of him. Man, I was just like, what the fuck? Every other week there's a shooting, like a mass shooting.
3 people got shot at a Walmart. I believe.
No, I mean, Walmart do make you want to shoot.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. Those greeters are fucking annoying.
I mean,
it's like, get out of my face, grand jackass.
Welcome to Walmart. Do you belong here? Like, I actually had one person say, do I belong there?
See?
And
now,
then,
what kind of fucking greeter is that?
But it was.
They need to watch the training video again.
It was great. I took the little cart and I just bumped him. He was really old, and I bumped him and he went, ah! And it was
that noise, yeah.
That's what old people do when you bump their hip. Ah! And then, and I told the manager, and the manager came and checked him. I loved it. And the manager was a young Mexican lady that she was fucking fire. She was fine. I was like, yo, well, after you check this old dude, why don't we go back into the grocery section and get this zucchini? But I'm gonna tell you,
I don't know how our gun talk turns into Shang fucking vegetables.
No, she was fine, but she checked him, and he went, all right, I'm old. And that was his excuse.
That's what white guys' excuse.
They use their excuse. Well, I'm old.
Different time. I'm from a different generation.
I'm from a different time, and
well,
we're
go
allowed
back
to have
there.
guns.
Why don't you?
Yeah, but I mean, they said that he targeted the 6-year-old, and he was over near where the merry-go-round area was, and he just started blasting as people were going.
3 dead, 12 injured.
Was it 12 injured?
Yeah.
Apparently, wow, man, that motherfucker, man, it was crazy.
He was shot by the police upon their arrival. Apparently, according to witness accounts, somebody yelled out at the gunman, "Why are you doing this?" Right? And apparently, he yelled back, "Because I'm very angry." And that takes me back to my time on stage. Yeah, I could have pulled out.
You could have killed everybody and
opened up
South
on
Carolina.
that audience. But let me tell y'all, that's not the answer, guys.
Right, but
and if you think that is the answer, right, and you have a tendency or penchant to do that, right, you should not
have access
to any. You should not have access to any type of weapon, and I mean a fucking butter knife. I mean, like,
you shouldn't have access to water guns.
No, I mean, you are confined to spork fucking duties right now. Like,
that is it.
Because the spork you can't really get too
you
deep
can kill somebody with
before the
spork.
handle breaks.
You could kill somebody.
I mean,
with
you'd
spork.
have to be.
I know
you'd have to be on some Jason Bourne shit.
Yeah, but
and if you get killed with a spork,
you kind of deserve it.
Yeah, like it's like you obviously did something.
But they said that, and the gun lobbyists, no bullshit. As soon as people said the gun lobbyists came out and
you know what they do.
You know what? But you know what?
More guns. You know what to help this out? More guns.
If the 6-year-old, if he'd had a gun. And he had no. I wish I was joking.
No.
If the father would have had a gun, he could have protected his son. And I was like, that's so offensive.
Yeah,
It made me want to actually find this dude. I saw the interview.
They want to change the amusement
park. I wanted
park.
to find this dude and just beat his.
They want to
ass.
change the amusement park. They were like, imagine instead of a merry-go-round, it was a merry-gun round.
Oh.
And just bullets just flying everywhere, baby. You know what I mean?
Nobody would have died.
It would have saved us all.
They're fucking stupid.
But a merry-gun round.
Let me keep it real. Like they said that the NRA is losing steam, but they still got a lot of juice, and they still got a lot of Republicans in their pockets because the Republicans blocked 4 different laws that they said, hey, people should have these type of guns. Now, I'm not just talking about guns I'm talking about where you can add onto the clip.
Banana clips, homie.
Banana clips are used in war. I don't give a fuck what. You're going to war with those.
And for those who don't understand, like
a banana clip is a murder tool.
And an AK-47, like in addition to the rapid fire, like it is one of the most powerful guns you're ever gonna hold in your hand. Like it's gonna blast through cinder block. Like you have to know what the fuck you're shooting when you shoot an AK-47 because that bullet is going through whatever you're shooting. Like it's not gonna stop for a minute.
But
these are serious.
And you know what? President Trump, other than he did two things which made me. I've hated people, but I mean, he's my level of hate for him. And I'm gonna say it on savage as fuck. If I ever see you in the streets, son, you get these hands, and you got little hands, so you can't fight. Don't you act like your little hands ain't gonna save you. First, he tried to make it about him when he talked about the shooting. Then he tried to make it about when he gave the sign of the bill for the 9/11. The people at 9/11 who need medical assistance. He said, I was down there helping. I was moving rubble. And if you look on Twitter, they just start killing him. Like, no, you weren't. And then they showed pictures of who was really down there. Hillary Clinton was actually down there. But not him. There was no pictures of him. There's no video of him down there. He wasn't down there. And he started saying it. And then even the responders were like, no, you fucking weren't.
Maybe that was back when he didn't like to be in the limelight.
Oh, yeah, right.
When he was just
When
living,
was that?
Different shade.
Yeah, living behind
different shade, yeah.
behind the camera. He was living behind.
You know, I mean, it's a different shade. But I just feel like the bottom line is, man, I'm going to keep it real. The fact that he likes this. He likes the distraction because when he was talking about it, nobody was talking about the fact that Mueller came out, said some real damaging shit about his ass.
Yeah.
Real damaging. So I'm just thinking, man, that the GOP and white folks, and I'm going to say that all our white listeners, this ain't about you. I ain't talking about your ass. They want it like this. They want to have as many mass shootings as possible. Because if not, then ban fucking assault rifles. Australia did it, and they haven't had one since 1973.
Yeah.
So what's that fucking tell you?
And, they probably don't have a gun industry that's heavily embedded into their political system with money that's influencing.
Like we were talking about before.
The laws.
There's not a lot of mass knifings.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
I'm like, let's go back to that sword shit.
Yeah.
Like
now, if you
see two motherfuckers with swords out there, like, hey.
That actually be dope.
That's between them.
I might stand around for a while.
That's between them niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's ain't no innocent. But if you get hit with a random sword swing, you were too close. That's on you.
And if you see a nigga with a sword, maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah, like, and if two niggas with a sword going, like, that they into that shit. Like, that means something. That means something. You know what I mean? Like, that's a real thing. So that's that, man. Other real shit, right?
Other real shit. Yo, that's a dope ass way. Other real shit.
What's in your wallet, guys?
What's in my wallet?
Yeah, if it's Capital
Money.
If Capital One is in your wallet, that means that now hackers are in there too.
Oh man, I don't got Capital One. Yeah, I do. Fuck,
100 million.
Sit your ass down.
You probably one of the 100 million got breached.
100 million people got breached, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. This is the wild part. I think that okay, you didn't get breached, did you?
No, hell no.
No, he said, oh hell no. He said I ain't really got a credit card.
By the way, Shang is talking to our engineer Luis.
No, I know. I just talk like everybody can hear. Luis knows.
Shang thinks people can see radio.
They can't see us.
Right there.
We're on fucking thing.
We're on fucking thing.
We're on Instagram live. We're on right now live.
We're on fucking thing. So what are we on live right now? We should tell people what we're
on live right now.
So we're on YouTube live.
We're on YouTube
What's the
live.
Channel? Dash Comedy Radio.
We're on Dash Comedy Radio. We're on
It's
Instagram
the YouTube
live.
channel. See? Information like this will help to get eyeballs to
it. So make sure y'all watch the shit.
Yeah.
And also we're on Facebook.
So yeah, this is news to me, guys. Check us out on YouTube. We're live right now. Fucking now.
Yeah.
Dash Comedy Radio is the channel on YouTube, man.
So watch us.
I'm glad I wore clothes today.
Yeah, damn, I'm gonna start dressing better. I thought it was timed out.
That timed out
well.
well.
Like, I'm good. I don't give a fuck.
That timed out really well, man.
And we just had Terrence Thatch drop into the building. This is a friend of mine, but not only that, he's one of the top social media fucking businessmen in the business. And he's sitting there trying to be all chill. The motherfucker really does damage. He's worked with some big acts, and now he's sitting back all cool and shit. But now everybody can see your ass, and now you're on, and now 80,000 motherfuckers gonna see you. And I'm just sit down, man. Sit down.
Shane be inviting guests on the show that don't want to be on the show.
I don't give a fuck. The name of the show.
We got to work on your bookings.
The show is called
like,
Savage.
Come on in. He's like, I don't want to.
The show's called Savage as fuck. We start kidnapping. Come on, we start kidnapping motherfuckers and abducting niggas to get on the show. And we got another guest that's gonna be coming in later. That I'm not gonna know if I'm gonna fuck with him because he knows a little
kick your ass,
martial arts. But no, I think that go back to Capital One. Capital One knew that there was a possibility of a breach, gave warnings, and it still happened.
My thing is like, And shout out to Dash Radio's own Jen De Leon for putting the information out there about Equifax, right? Like, you should check on your Equifax. You might be part of that too. Like, so my whole question is: there's so many breaches nowadays. Like, why are we even fucking with the idea of privacy anymore? Like, just put it all out there, man. We should
because I don't want my dick pics out. I don't want them.
But they out there. That's the whole point. They out there. They probably out there already.
I did send them.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess
that was a public post.
Yeah, I know, man. I shouldn't have did that, man.
Your YouTube channel
but you know
is
what?
public.
You know what? Christian Mingle needed a little spicing up. Motherfuckers, they mad soft. You know what I mean?
A little tingle in their mingle.
They need a little tingle in their mingle. So I figured, let me send a dick pic to Reverend Bernice.
Yeah, and little dingle in the mingle, girl, come through.
But guess what? Bernice inboxed me back and said, "When you gonna come over? When you gonna come over and bless this pussy?" So I think, Bernice, I'm gonna see you soon. Yeah, Bernice. I don't know if you should ever say the sentence "bless this pussy." Yeah. I think that's going to think everything that God.
Although I am sure there's some black pastor somewhere who has said that at some point. Like like in some back room at the church, you're like, "Oh, bless this pussy."
Thy rod and thy staff shall comfort thee. That prepareth the pussy before my enemies.
I know they have. I know they've used
that's so
that
disgusting.
Good book for more than just.
I just had someone drop off right there and say, "You guys are sacrilegious." And well, you know what? We didn't need you anyway. It's a show called Savage as Fuck. Yeah. So I don't know what you thought was going to happen.
It's not the preacher. Fucking the congregation is sacrilegious.
Nah,
it's our joke about it.
Yeah, it's never like if it's not. It's always it's not
what happened.
It's not the priest that fucks the kids.
It's why you got to go there,
It's the Catholic Church.
Yes, why you got to go there, dog.
Yeah, why you talk about my religion? Too soon, man.
Hey, man. All right, so look, when we get back,
what you think Jesus was fucking? Jesus wasn't fucking.
We're gonna take a quick little break, y'all. When we get back, we got plenty more racism in Congress for you guys. Rand Paul has stepped up and
added his racist.
Added on to Trump's whole thing.
Go back to where you come from, motherfucker. I'm from Atlanta. Shut your ass.
And then I got it for y'all. We got a legendary rapper.
Yeah,
running for city council, y'all. When we get back, I'm gonna talk to y'all about that. Oh, do we have a call? Oh shit.
Easy
right.
E.
Let's answer that. Hey, this is Savage AF on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. You're on the radio. Who is this?
Yeah.
Yo, this is Aaron. And do you have the fucking Black Ranger on the fucking line?
No, not yet.
Not yet, but the Black Ranger will be here.
Yeah, he's coming in at 4 o'clock. We're gonna have Walter Jones.
Hey. I already saw the original Black fucking Zach. The reason why I'm calling is this. I know it's early, and hey, my girl had the worst birthday of her fucking life. Her check came late.
Okay.
And all this great shit.
Okay.
If you could, even if it's just for fucking 5 seconds, could you please have the Black Ranger just call this number and say, "Hey, okay, well, actually, no. I'm sorry if I'm flustered.
Right.
I'll start over.
No,
it's fine.
Hold
it's
on,
fine.
Aaron, let me jump in real quick. This is Black Pedro, man. First of all, we thank you for calling in. We appreciate that. So listen, we're not gonna make an outgoing call, but do this. When he's on,
you can
call in, man. Call in, have your girl listening. And I'm sure he'd be glad to deliver a message. And if it doesn't, we'll fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? Right. The other Rangers ain't here, so you know what I'm saying? Like it's just it's just they ain't as powerful when they by themselves.
And everybody knows the Red Ranger had better pressing kicks.
Divide and conquer. That's our tactic.
The Black Ranger pulled the bitches. It doesn't matter what the Red Ranger did.
Okay.
Black Ranger had the bitches.
That's the only reason to be. That's the only reason to be a Power Ranger, dog. That's the only reason to be.
The Black Ranger pulled the bitches. The Red Ranger did the fighting. So
the Red Ranger did the fighting. The Black Ranger got the pussy. I'm sorry if you're online. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
It's fine.
The show is called Savage as Fuck. Aaron. You're right at home. You're in your lane.
And everybody knew the Black Ranger had the biggest dick. Everybody knew that.
Come on.
Of course.
Everybody knew that. So Aaron, check this out, man.
Because we all knew he was already pulling the Yellow Ranger. If the Pink Ranger been, hey, listen, fuck Tommy, I want the Mastodon.
God damn, Aaron, you spent.
No,
you had a lot of free time on Saturday morning, brother.
I used to love that show.
Right
no, I used to love the show. I'm gonna keep it real.
Hey, Aaron, so
I have all the Megazords still from 1994. I have all of them.
You
Wow.
know what? I
don't even know what that means.
No, that's very
Awesome.
popular. I bought my son. I had to find 4 different toy stores to find a Black Ranger because it's that popular.
That's awesome, man.
Oh,
Still,
man.
it's still that popular.
I already have.
Are we
I have
geeking
the
out?
Black Ranger, the plushie, the toy, the Zord. I have all of that. I have all 7 Rangers.
But the Zord is not as popular. Come on, man. Let's keep it real. The Zord is not as popular.
You're right, but there's a reason why Zach got the Mastodon. There's a reason why. We
Okay.
all knew why.
I know why.
wait.
Because of the big, because the Mastodon got a big dick. Mastodon's got
Aaron,
big dicks.
we got to have you call back when Zach is or I call him Zach now. Like this motherfucker ain't a real person.
No,
when Walter Jones is on.
When Walter Jones is on, we
gonna
will have
suck
you call
me
back.
into your Power Ranger portal.
Well, in that case, hey.
All right, so listen, he's
I'm
going to
in
be on.
Arizona right now. It's 3:32. It's 3:34.
Right.
I'm gonna call you in 26 minutes my time. So at 4:00 my time, I'm going to call you.
Please
sounds
do.
good. That
We-
sounds
and we
good.
welcome your call.
That sounds good, Aaron.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to get you on with Walter Jones, man.
Yo, I really thought this was going to be more difficult than what it actually was.
No,
I really
no,
thought
it's-
so.
No, call in, man.
Call in for sure.
Call in, brother. Yeah, we're going to hear back from you. We're going to take a quick break now. Thank you for
Make sure
listening.
y'all
All right, man,
you
for
follow
sure.
us on
And
social
we'll talk to
media.
you.
By the way,
We'll talk to you
for
after.
all my friends in California, hope you have a blessed day. I'm glad you guys have the nice summer heat and the beach. In Arizona,
Yes.
all we have is heat.
That heat.
That's all we got.
That cactus heat for y'all.
Follow us.
Hey, man.
Okay, make sure you follow us. Follow us on the gram.
Yeah, make sure you follow Savage
I
AF
already
Radio.
did.
Oh, you already
Awesome,
I
did.
bro.
already did all of that.
Awesome.
I already did.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
I'm
Appreciate
from
you.
Riverside. I know who you guys are. I already did.
All right, so we're
No,
going
thank you.
to talk to you in 25 minutes.
25 minutes, goddammit.
Of course.
God damn it,
25
Aaron.
minutes. I just got off work. I will be there. I will call you at 4:10 just to give you some time.
Yeah,
All right,
that,
thank you, man.
That sounds good, brother. We'll talk to you then. All right,
All right.
Aaron?
Perfect.
All right.
Peace.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Yo. All right, y'all. So
hey,
that was magic. That
yeah,
was
that was
goddamn
god-
magic.
You know what? And
Whoa.
you know what? I want you to do me
Whoa.
a favor. All you people that watch Savage AF on YouTube and listen to us, you can call in, but really take your medication. No, I'm fucking around. No, thank you for calling in. We're gonna take a break right
Yeah,
now.
we're gonna take a
take a
quick
break,
little
play a
break.
little bit of music, and we're gonna be back and talk some more shit about what you say the levels of racism.
This whole nother level.
Whole nother levels, and then also we got the Black Ranger
Coming
will
up
be on
later in
the
the
show.
show. Walter Jones.
Go Power Rangers!
We out. We back.
Bye.
Yeah, y'all.
Yeah,
We right back
yeah,
at him.
yeah.
Right back at him. This is Savage AF right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. Y'all, I am Black Pedro.
Yo, I'm Shang, and again, thank y'all for following us on all social media. You can check us out on YouTube live right now on Dash Comedy
Radio. Dash Comedy Radio.
Comedy Radio can get
Is
us
the,
on YouTube live right now, and also you can check us out on Instagram at Comedian Shang, and also at Black Pedro. Follow him and tell your friends to follow. Also, all social media platforms, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play. Make sure you subscribe to all of those, and iTunes, iHeartRadio. We are blessed to be on all these fucking platforms and to have these kind of numbers. Now, we forgot about one other thing we forgot to say at the beginning of the show. You can check us out in your dash.
In the like of your car.
In your dash,
Dash Radio is an app. It's in mostly all new
It's in
vehicles.
all new vehicles.
If it ain't in your
Yes.
vehicle, your
And-
shit ain't new.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
that's
yeah,
that's how
exactly.
we figure that out.
So you can listen to us every week, 3 to 5 Pacific Standard Time on Dash Comedy.
Radio.
Dash Radio. But
Marcus King presents Dash Comedy.
Marcus King presents Dash Comedy. But fuck all those other shows. You listen to Savage AF, goddamn.
Right now, y'all.
Right now, and if I find out you listen to other shows, I'm gonna break in your house. And you like, oh, why does sandwich taste funny? Because I didn't rub my dick on it.
Yeah, I didn't. He done dictified your
I done
sandwich.
dictified your sandwich. That's not bologna. That's balls, brother.
Balloney.
Baloney.
That's
Follow
what that
up
is.
and
That's baloney.
and share it with your friends because the social media shit is popping right now. Well, how many listeners does the fucking Dash got? Like,
No. A better question to ask is how many we don't have.
yeah, let's. Oh wow, who's not listening to our show?
mean-
No, what is it like? 10 million? What do they have? 10.6
On the platform, yeah, for sure, bro.
It's 10.6 million through all the some crazy
most
shit.
Most of that is us.
Ours is only
yeah.
8.
No,
yeah,
no,
well,
most of
us.
that is
That's
us.
our show. Our show is
So, yeah,
800,000.
so you're welcome, Dash.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Thank you.
They call us the Atlas
Thank you.
of
Yeah.
the network where we're carrying this mother.
Yeah, without our show, you'd crumble.
It's tough, man.
Okay, you crumble. Your wife would leave you, and your kids would hate you.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I hope all of these things happen to Rand Paul.
I hope that.
I hope he crumbles.
that
I hope his wife leaves him. I hope his kids
I
hate
hope
him.
Rand Paul is raped on a Ferris wheel
At the top, just stuck at the top with a view.
where he can't get off, and the dude goes,
Rape with a view.
Yeah, I hope that he's raped. Yeah, mouth raped. Because he deserves it for the shit he said. Let me tell you something.
By
man.
the dude who operates the Ferris wheel.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I hope that happens.
The
So,
thing
if you're
for
wondering
the people
why,
that don't know,
if you're just tuning in, first of all, we're Savage AF, Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. And if you're wondering why we're wishing mouth rape onto Rand Paul, who is a U.S. Senator, it's because
sucker, bitch ass sucker. That's what he is.
it's because on the heels of tailing President Trump's racist comments last week, regarding the squad being
Right.
the 4 women of color,
right.
who are wrecking shop and trying to bring justice to our Congress,
Right.
He told them that they should all go back to where they came from, even though
they're from America
they're all-
and they're Americanized citizens.
3 out of 4 of them are from here, and one is a nationalized citizen. That last one, Ilhan Omar, she was naturalized. She's a Somali-born.
Longer than the president's wife.
Yeah, she's been in this country since '92. Was naturalized in 2000.
Right.
I mean, she's got over 20 years of Americanness in
And
her.
service and
now
Trump,
she's-
and Trump's wife, who he pulled out of a fucking catalog and had to pull the tag off her pussy before he even ever fucked her. Trump's wife hasn't been a fucking American citizen as long. So why don't we send that bitch back to wherever she came from?
if you
wherever the fuck, I don't know what she came from.
if you collect the
White Hoistan.
if you collect a little stamp off the back of a pack of Cools, if
Yeah.
you do a whole pack, you could get a Melania.
You can get
for
it,
that.
yeah, you can
like
get a
you could
Melania.
you can mail they come
You
with
got
a pack.
if you mail in 4 coupons, you
Yeah,
can, you
that's
get
it. Yeah, you get a Melania.
Yeah,
dog.
White Hoistan. That's where we get them from.
All of that, right, is to say that Rand Paul now jumps in on this racist shit because Ilhan Omar, she's vocal about America,
But she's smart about America
and the ills of it too, right? And,
right.
And many of our great leaders have been, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. They were critical of America, so there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing un-American about it.
Well,
Actually, it's
wait a
probably
minute,
the most,
hold up,
it's
wait
the
a
most
minute.
American thing you could do.
White out first off.
White man, Jimbo,
let me
Jimbo,
tell you
let me
something.
finish.
All right, I'm gonna tell you something. First off, you watch your tone, black boy. Shut your mouth.
First of all,
First
Cleavon.
off, yeah, exactly. They just make up many black names. First off, my Maceo. Let me tell you something.
Listen,
all right, first off,
Derritriculus or whatever your name
is, whatever your name
Goddamn
is,
Martaculus
Fatulus or whatever the fuck your name is. Let me tell you something. All right, I'm allowed to talk about it because Mr. Trump, he said I'm allowed to call you names, so I'm allowed to call you names. Now I
I'm
know that I
speaking
might
my
get
mind.
right. I might get my ass beat because a lot of you young black people aren't like your grandfathers. They'll beat your ass. So I just want you to know something. Not Marlena, what's her name? Malono, whatever. African whore.
Maligned.
Malign, whatever. She needs to go back to where she came from.
All right, so listen, Ilhan Omar, right?
That's how they talk.
Rand Paul.
Goofy motherfuckers.
Rand
bitch
Paul
asses.
decided it was a good idea to go ahead and tweet that he's willing
Yeah.
to buy her or put in on a ticket
To send her.
to
yeah.
send her back to Somalia so she can go see what Somalia is like.
Oh my
and
God.
and then appreciate America, right? Which is basically like, I don't know. It sounds like one of those after school or Scared Straight programs. It's like,
Yeah, what is
you're
that
gonna
shit?
take her back to Africa and be like, do you want this? Do you want this? And he starts describing all the bad parts about Somalia, tribal wars and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Like, yo, bro,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to my whole point of if we're gonna send people back to where they came from, then Rand Paul, we're gonna send you back to Europe, dog.
Yeah,
whatever
and,
part of
we'll
Europe.
send you back to Europe, and all you other white people, like it's American Indians was here. You took their shit. Let's keep it real.
None of this is your shit. So all this,
None of this is your shit.
all this go back shit is
And I just want to add, man. I hope Rand Paul is raped. I hope he's raped while he's being audited.
what's the difference? That's redundant.
I know, man. I'm just saying, man. I see people like that, but that's what I'm saying. White people are getting, and our white listeners, listen, we're not talking about you because you obviously listen to a show like this. But white people that think that because Trump can get away with it, your ass can get away with it, is going to have a rude awakening because I know some niggas that will knock your eyeball through your asshole. You need to get that shit out your chest.
Trump has Secret
with your
Service around
friends.
him.
I know he got Secret Service. You ain't got Secret Service. All right, we both at Walmart. You can get your ass beat.
You will catch.
I'm saying get your
That
ass
greeter
beat.
ain't gonna jump
That
in
greeter,
on
yeah,
that.
the greeter ain't gonna jump in. I'm telling you right now, man. But I was just doing shows in Atlanta, man, and Atlanta's progressive as fuck. Go about maybe an hour outside Atlanta, straight banjos. It is fucking. No, don't even try it. There's parts of Georgia where they are just like they hand you teeth as you come into the county.
Hey man, let me tell you a story. I the only time I performed in Georgia was at this military school in a town called Dahlonega.
Sound like a monster that fought Godzilla.
Yeah, exactly.
Either that,
but so, and long story short, ended up hooking up with this white girl after the show.
Woo!
But only had
Did you get some reparations, pussy?
But I got out of there. I got out of there, and my only way back was to walk like these backwoods streets, little roads to my little motel
for some
so
reparations, pussy.
Yeah, but so I'm walking back. It was like a 15-minute walk, but in that 15 minutes, in that little span, I realized, I'm in the backwoods of Georgia right now with white girl on my finger. like you can still smell it. Like
you are going to get your ass.
And then
hung.
On the horizon, I saw the headlights starting to form, and I was like, "Fuck that!" And I literally jumped behind a bush. It was like, I'm not gonna be the nigga that they find.
Yeah.
On the hey, what you doing, son?
Why?
You ain't from around here, is you? Like they wasn't gonna get me on that. So
is that white girl on your finger?
I smell it.
I smell white girl on your finger.
They stopped right in front of my bush. Was like, we can smell you. Come out,
man. Let me tell you something.
I had to be real still.
I'm not saying no. Atlanta is dope. Don't get me wrong. But I've been in parts of Georgia where I thought, damn, these motherfuckers what's the internet? I mean, they are really some backward trailer park inbreed booger bitch motherfuckers.
And I know Atlanta is a dope ass city. Like I've only been there for like a few hours.
I've been there many times, and
but I've heard great things. But
no, outside of Atlanta.
But one thing I can never forget though is that Atlanta was the capital of the Confederacy during the Civil War as well.
Right.
So
people forget that shit.
I mean, I'm not saying it's still that right now, but it does have that history. And speaking of history, that takes me to our next story, guys.
Yeah.
And this is something I love this shit. I love to eat up Black history and throw
You said eat up Black history
and throw it back at white people.
I like
white people be like, look what y'all did.
But Pedro spent 45 minutes debating with this white comic. We talked about it before.
No, we did not debate.
We did not debate. You crushed him.
I spit information at him and crushed his skull.
It crushed his skull. Like he left and you could see little trickles of blood coming out of his nose.
He was lobotomized by what
it was so bad, but he was like, I don't care. Trump's my Lord and Savior. I mean,
all praise be.
All praise be.
Ain't he good? Ain't he good?
Yeah.
I was like,
won't Trump do it? Won't Trump do it? I mean, but it was just sad, man. But I mean, as you were saying.
Speaking of history, though, going back to them days, man. This summer marks the 100th anniversary of one of the bloodiest moments in Black history in this country, which I wasn't even aware of this moniker, of this title, of this
World
this
Star
event.
Sharkeisha when she beat that bitch's ass?
No.
Oh, that was the difference.
We going back further than that. Literally 100 years, the summer of 1919.
It was the summer of
it started in Chicago, but eventually riots like this spread throughout the country.
Right.
But basically what we had, and it was labeled, it ended up being labeled the Red Summer because of all the bloodshed.
Wow.
But what you had were mobs of white people destroying Black neighborhoods.
Right.
Violently beating Black people for no reason.
Well, we know the reason.
Other than
they're big dicks. We know that you got your big dicks, and we figure if we beat you down, you can't use your big dicks on our white women.
Beat the erection out of you.
You're not going to fuck our little snow bunnies. We love them.
No, man, but this is
people listening probably go, who is this motherfucker on?
This is a real thing that actually happened, right? Where you just had city after city these riots breaking out. And this is on the heels of World War I. America is feeling itself, supposedly. We've just won this war, and it should be a time of prosperity in the country.
It was a time of insecurity.
There was a lot of insecurity, a lot of apprehension among, particularly white people. During the war.
Damn, this show sounds racist as fuck.
Yeah, well,
I know all our white
turns that way.
Yeah,
like you said,
the white listeners are like, Jesus Christ, I didn't know, man. I'm going to adopt a black baby. Fuck.
If you're feeling self-conscious about this,
then it's you.
You're right. It's like on you.
It's you, bitch. It's you.
You're the one we're talking about.
I'm going to do the Paul Money. Motherfucker, it's you. It's been you.
But what happened is, like, during the war, a lot of black men especially migrated up from the South into northern cities and ended up in factory jobs, you know. And then when the white guys get back, then they're mad at the black guys for having their jobs, quote unquote. Also, you had numbers of, millions of black soldiers who went over and fought for
and
this
bled,
country,
and
then you come back to this country and you're
get
still a
your ass
nigga,
beat.
right? You still can't sit at the counter. You got to drink out of this fountain. You
Right.
got to do this, all this shit.
Right.
Well, what the fuck? I just I just put my life on the line for this shit, and now you're gonna second class citizen me still?
Yeah, but I mean, that's what they still do. You got to think they did that with Obama. They're like, well, they tried to act like Obama, even though he was smarter than all these motherfuckers that they were talking about. They did that with him, and you could be a top flight black person and they still try to minimize you. We know that. And the people that are watching on YouTube, if you feel that way, you can make a little comment. But I'm going to go through each comment, find your city, come to your city, and I'm going to hire some motherfuckers to rape you while you're going to pick up your child from daycare.
All right. So while Shang's raping,
that's my new follow-up.
And if you're wondering why Shang's raping, that's because we're Savage AF right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy, y'all. So check this out. What is most interesting about this story to me is that what we have here is something that I had never heard of, right?
What?
This Red Summer, right? I was not aware of
I was
a summer of events like this.
Well,
right?
I was aware of it, but I also, because a lot of the information came up when they had Charlottesville. Because Charlottesville, they considered that because people died and people... Okay. They saw it was the same.
Right.
Yeah.
So once again, this was a nationwide thing. It spread across all cities over the summer of 1919, literally 100 years ago. But what I find interesting is the reasons why we don't hear about something like this. Like, why don't I know about something like this, right? We know civil rights movement, some Jim Crow stuff and blah, blah, blah. But why doesn't America teach us about the summer when all the cracker-ass crackers went crazy and just got real violent
when
against
they decided
all the
to have the purge.
A bunch of innocent black people who were just going about their business.
But you know why? You know why? Because they don't want these young black people, like, they want to keep us in the dark. That's what Trump does. He does distraction shit. He'll say some real racist shit so we won't talk about the Mueller report.
So, yeah, and I agree with you. But what I'd like to bring to light is that when we hide history like this, right, it just ends up repeating itself, right? So all it does is compound black people's frustration, right? Because now we're still going through this similar shit 100 years later. We're trying to talk about it.
You know what?
We're trying to talk about it, and everybody's telling us to shut the fuck up, blah, 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 get over it. And we're like, but it's not over. And they're like, what are you talking about? And it's like, no, all these events have still been happening for hundreds of years and have not stopped. They've transitioned into these different ways.
Now because the way they treat black and brown people, because we got to say it's black and brown people, it's going to be a different ball game. You ain't running up on a lot of black people the same way. Because you know what? It's just like I told you last week when I saw Pitbull said the most gang, hey, we got guns too.
Yeah, man.
Like, it's a whole different ballgame. You want to get AKs? Motherfucker will get AKs. If you want, your kids are going to take it to the face, too.
We don't sing We Shall Overcome anymore. We sing We Shall Come Over, y'all.
Yeah, we definitely going to do that. So,
hey, y'all. So we're going to take
we're going to take a quick break.
We're going to take another quick break. We got
play some music.
Our next guest is in the building. This is going to be a good one for y'all. Y'all going to love this, man.
And the caller that called in, you can have a ball
Aaron,
now.
Please call back. This is going to be a good old time, y'all. Hey, we Savage AF. We in the building. Stay with us.